Hey everybody, just wanted to say hi. We are at the spot where we wanted to come when we saw this as a place to stop. I was like, yeah, we definitely have to stop here. So Chris and I and Marcy did a little side stop to come and visit a very special neighbor that, probably touched the lives of millions of people. And why shouldn't we stop and say hello to Mr. Fred Rogers? Mr. Rogers' neighborhood touched many, many people, and we decided we were going to stop and pay a visit. This is the mausoleum where Mr. Fred Rogers is buried. And we thought, why not stop by and pay homage to, he grew up in this area. This is the mausoleum. This is the family plot. And we decided that we were going to stop here and pay our respects to Mr. Rogers. Hey, Sammy. Hey, Beth. Hi, Mish. It is a beautiful day, Robert.
What do you think of all the rumors that you were military and killed so many people? Did it ever bother you that rumor was false?
I personally want to thank you for endless days of your kindness, your love, sharing music and special people with all of us, and making every child feel unique and wonderful in their own way, and they knew that they were loved. So thank you.
Some really cool information, that people don't realize is, he was a puppeteer. He fought for public broadcasting. He had asthma as a child, so a lot of his house he was homebound a lot due to health reasons. He went on and took a gift and yeah, Mr. Rogers was a badass. Hi, Mish. And, he worked as a puppeteer and then started his TV program in 1968 and, touched so many people's lives. And one cool, interesting fact is his middle name was actually McFeely. So, Mr. McFeely, we all remember him, right? And, which is really cool. And, we're here and we're paying our respects to Mr. Fred Rogers. And he was a big part of me growing up and, all of us. So we decided we would stop and pay our respects. And yes, we are, we do have a recorder running here, and who knows, maybe Mr. Rogers will, say hello or, sing a little song for us. Let us know that he's here, and we just wanted to stop by and thank him for all that he's done for each and every one of us. I'm sure everybody who's watching this right now has been touched by Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. So this is the final resting place for Mr. Fred Rogers in this life.
It really was tough. I mean, a lot of people get broken up about musicians and actors.
Right.
But when he passed away,
I mean, he truly did something wonderful for all millions of kids. And he fought to teach them love and kindness. And hopefully that guy will come mow our yard. You did get a yes from him.
Mr. Rogers, are you here with us? So I want to thank everybody for watching and joining us, and we just thought you'd all enjoy this little piece of history, and we were in way that we get to honor Mr. Fred Rogers. We're at Unity Cemetery in Latrobe, PA. Joe, that's where we're at. It was actually opened in 1774. It's one of the oldest cemeteries in the area. And we're here paying homage, if you just tuned in, to Mr. Fred Rogers, and on what a wonderful person, he was, and how he, touched so many lives. And, why not? We should, pay honor to those who, touched lives and made people happy and taught them, the good things in life, Thank you, Beth. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful cemetery. He's at the top of the hill. He's got an awesome view. Wow, that voice that just came through sounded just like him.
it has a couple of times.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the playback, because when we asked if he was here and it said yes, it sounded like his voice. A couple times.
And you know, this is just a beautiful, beautiful spot, and we wanted to stop and share it with you. And you know, there's a lot of it is. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, so we did stop by to see one of our special neighbors. For those of you tuning in, we are at Mr. Fred Rogers' tomb at the cemetery in Latrobe. Joe, we have a recorder running, and we do have an app running. We're not asking questions. We did hear a few voices that came through that sounded very much like Fred Rogers. The girls, while I was walking around, did get a yes. Anything that we have, you know, we always share. We have a voice recorder running. And, you know, we'll share that anything that we have from him. But I just want to let Mr. Rogers know right now there are people watching, and you touched many, many lives. So if you want to say hello one last time, Mr. Rogers, say hello. So we wanted to share this, and who knows, maybe we'll stop someplace else on the way and kind of make this an educational trip back home from
Mr. Rogers. If there's one last message you could give the children of the world, what would that be? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers. Hey, everybody, thank you for watching, and we'll be back on a little bit later. Thank you so much for it. Wait, hang on. Everybody's jumping. Here.
We're little! Because we're little!
Bye, everybody. We love you.
Hey, thank you so much. We love you guys.